Okay, Brenda, welcome to your workout. Okay, so we're gonna do interval training this week. So I have a series of six different workouts, exercises, and we're gonna do them for 40 seconds, as many as you can. And then once the timer goes off, we have 20 seconds of rest. So you can kind of get a drink, you can change it up, you can change your weights if you need to, and then we'll go back to 40 seconds of the next activity. I'm going to use that 20 seconds to try and explain to you. I'll be explaining as we do the exercises, but I'll be explaining to you what it is, like proper form, and within that 20 seconds, so you can take your time to change up your weights or whatever you need to, and I'll be explaining, and then of course I'll be doing it with you and explaining as we go. So I don't want to take up too much time in the introduction, so let's just get going. I have my little timer, my interval timer on the side, and all the exercises. So we're going to start with the chest press. So I want you to use the weights that are comfortable for you. I want you to be, I don't want you to be so challenged that you can't do the exercises, obviously, but I want you to be challenged, especially when we're doing presses. So I'm going to be using 10s just so that I can kind of help explain. If you need to go higher or go down a weight, totally up to you. So let's get started. Chest press. So the interval timer will give us 20 seconds to get ready. So I'm really hoping you'll be able to hear me. So you're gonna grab your weights and lay down on your mat. From here, imagine me laying down. You're gonna be having your elbows right underneath your wrists. You're gonna go up and down. Ready? Okay, so press up, all the way back down. You want your elbows to slightly touch the mat. So you're pressing up and you're lowering down. And you want to be challenged here, so you don't want to go too fast. Oh, here's my cat. And you don't want to be gripping the weights. You don't want to be really kind of trying to squeeze or white knuckle the weights. You can have your knees bent for stability, pressing down through the back body, pressing up, lowering down, pressing up. Okay, so now we have 20 seconds, and we're gonna I'll explain the next move. So we have kettlebell swings. I don't have a kettlebell, so I just have my 15-pound weight. Okay, so what you wanna do, you're gonna get sideways. Well, I guess you don't have to get sideways. Nice squat, backwards. When you press up, use your glutes. Press up with the glutes. Swing back, press up with the glutes. Swing back. And you want to be coming into a nice squat here, so squat as low as possible, and then use those glutes. So you're using both momentum and the low body and the glutes to swing yourself up, squatting again as low as possible. You want to try and get the weight. You don't want to be coming all the way up. You want to come parallel to the floor. And again, protect that low back as much as possible by really glute squeeze. And last one. Okay, so we're gonna get the next one, which is flies. So we're gonna be grab probably a lower weight here. You're gonna come up parallel to the floor, down and out parallel to the floor. So I'll use these 10s. 3, 2, 1, we'll go up first, right in front, lower down, and then out to the side. Alternating chest flies. So we're still getting upper body here. You want to keep a gentle bend in the elbow, so you just don't want to be locking the joints. All the way up and all the way out. And you can, with your legs, you can, nice wide stance. Sometimes that feels good. Some people like to do the split stance. I find with my low back, I like the wide stance. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna do squats with the curl. So you wanna up your weight, you wanna go a little more challenging because we're gonna be squatting down. Once you're up, curl. Squat down, come up, curl. So, ready? Go. Squat down, chest up, come all the way up, and transition into your curl. Squatting down, chest is forward, sticking that booty out, Come on up and chest curl. Bicep curl, chest curl. Squatting down. You want the feet to be just wider than hip distance. Toes are slightly pointed out to the side. Shoulder blades down. Looking forward. So a trick here too, I like to tell people, is to keep your chin parallel to the floor. Looking forward. Perfect. Okay. Next, we are going to upright row. So you're going to want to go a little lighter, maybe a medium weight. You're going to split stance. So right foot forward, left foot back. Weight in the left hand. Stick the booty out and come on down. So gentle pressure on the right thigh. You're going to row the back so that the elbow, the bicep comes parallel to the floor, and then come on back down. Squeeze up. So I'll kind of go this way. Come on down. Squeeze up. Come on down. So again, you can see that bicep is nice and parallel to the floor. And I'm not putting too much pressure on this right thigh. And you really want to feel this in your back body. So this is targeting the tricep, or sorry, I guess tricep as well, and your trap. Okay, so now we're just going to get the other side. So 20 seconds to switch to the other side. So again, split stance, so the left foot forward, right foot back. Palm can come onto the left thigh. You're going to tilt forward so you're not rounding the back. Shoulder blades are down. 1, go. Coming up parallel, all the way back down. Come on up, all the way back down. So really envision squeezing the muscles here. That back body, I'm using the back to squeeze up and then coming down. Squeezing up, coming down. So you can go a little bit heavier depending on how strong your back body is here. I usually like to increase to maybe 20s here. 10 seconds left. If this is hurting the low back, you can kind of come up a little bit. And you're good. Okay. Perfect. So now that we've done all 6 exercises, we're going to do that another round. So we've got 3 rounds. That's 18 and a bit minutes. So 3, 2, 1, we're going to get that chest press. So come on down to the floor. Remember, you're coming into that 90 degree. You're pressing up into the ceiling, coming back down into your 90 degree bend. Pressing into the ceiling, coming back down. So you get, what's the best way to show here? Pressing up, gently tapping the elbows, pressing up. Notice how I'm not squeezing. I like to keep my fingers up to prevent myself from squeezing because otherwise I really press. 3, 2, 1. And come on back up. So now, if you remember, we have the kettlebell swing. So grab that kettlebell. So remember, coming into a deep squat as you come backwards, and as you press up, use the legs and the glutes to come up parallel to the floor. Squatting down, coming up. Use that momentum. And you really want to press. So notice how hips are coming forward, but I'm not just pressing my pelvis, I'm using the glutes and the legs. The deeper you get, the lower you come with your squat, the more momentum you're going to get, the more power you're going to get from the low body. And 3, 2, 1. One more. Perfect. Woo, that one gets me. Okay, next we're going to do the flies. So remember, we're coming up, transition, coming out. So you can grab usually a lower weight for flies, but totally up to your body. 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Come on down. Transition. Up, sideways, down. Keep those shoulder blades down. Coming up. Go this way. coming out. So notice how I'm not going higher than parallel to the floor, coming down. Use the back body here. Engage the core. 10 seconds left. Perfect. And again, stance, you can be wide, you can be split, and you're good. Okay, so next, let's check the sheet. We're going to that squat with a curl. So grab your weights of choice. Again, you want this to be a challenge. Go a little heavier on this one. Toes are slightly out. Come into your squat. Squat down. Really press up. Focus on low body. And then your curl. So notice how arms aren't swinging here. Coming down. Upper body is stagnant. And then all you're doing is curling. So it's not coming up with the elbows. You're keeping those elbows nice and locked. Find that nice squat. Come into a curl. The other thing, again, we're protecting the low back here. So notice how I squat, butt comes out. Coming back up, we're coming back into that neutral spine. And then coming up. And you're good. Next exercise. So now we're coming into those rows, remember? So first we'll do right leg forward, left leg back. Whatever the back leg is, that's the arm you're gonna be rowing with. So grab those weights. Again, I'm gonna up to 15. So you can go a little heavier here, but again, depending on how your back body and upper body is feeling. So again, we have that kind of gentle fold, not rounding the back. And then up to parallel, all the way down. You can exhale as you bring it up. Come all the way down. All the way down. Again, notice the right hand can really go wherever feels comfortable. It can go on the hip, can rest on the thigh. And if you want to take this up a notch, plant on that right foot, take the left leg up, balance. Perfect, good to go. Okay, so now we're gonna get the other side. So this time, left leg forward, right leg back. Get into that nice stance. We're gonna tip forward. Remember, shoulder blades are down. Left hand can go wherever feels good. And then coming up to that 90, notice how shoulder blades are still down the back and coming all the way down. Squeezing up, focus on that back body. If you want to take it up a notch, lift up, right leg, find your balance. Really get into the glute, so you're really squeezing the right glute. Shoulder blades are staying down. Core is nice and engaged. You can play around again, as always, with where that left hand goes. Sometimes, if you're choosing to go the balancing route, sometimes lifting left arm up feels good. Good to go. Okay, so this is your last round. So we're starting with those presses, remember? So get down on the mat, grab a lighter weight if that feels good, and you're going forward, gently lowering so that back tricep just touches the mat rather than resting, right? So picture me laying down on the mat, coming forward, and then nice and gentle coming back. Take your time here. You want to be able to feel this in the upper body. You're squeezing the chest together, coming together, gently coming back. Get down on the mat here. Whew. Hoping that you can see me. Not squeezing the weights by any means. You can exhale as you lift up. 3, 2, 1. Good to go. Kettlebell swing. Last time that we'll do that kettlebell swing. So remember, grab that kettlebell. I'm going to come a little further back here. Toes are slightly pointed out. As you sit, booty's coming back. Pelvis is tipping forward. And then you're swinging, really squeezing the glute. You don't want to come all the way here, but you want to, again, come to that neutral spine. So let's do it. Back back. And like I said, the further you come in the squat, the more your legs and glutes have to work to press yourself up. And again, notice how it's not coming forward. You're not using your back body. It's all in the legs here. As you come up, you can exhale. Again, chest is staying forward, so I'm not rounding. That's it. Last round, here we are. Okay, flies. So grab that lighter weight, up, transition, out. Good? Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go out first, in front. Transition, open that chest. Shoulder blades are staying down. And really envision the muscles that this is targeting. So you really want to focus on the chest, on the back body. Again, keep the shoulders down. Choose what stance you like. You can split or wide leg. 10 seconds. Transition, up, out, and good. Perfect. Okay, next we have squat with a curl, so grab those heavier weights. My other 15 is in the basement, so I'm using 10s. Okay, again, squatting down, coming up neutral spine, coming into your curl. Let's do it. Squat down, press up, neutral spine. Notice how elbows aren't moving at all, or biceps. Squat down. Use the legs, use the glutes, neutral spine. Biceps aren't moving. Good. Perfect. Coming down, chest is forward, chin is parallel to the floor. Use the low body, neutral spine, tuck that pelvis, come up with the curl. Beauty. 3, 2, 1. Let's get one more curl in. Good. Perfect. Okay. Next, we're going to come right into the rows. So again, we'll do right leg forward, left leg back, get into a nice stance. Feet are on separate tracks. I'll use my 15. Tip forward, squeeze. And down. Again, if you like, step onto that right foot, lifting up, back leg. If you like, you can grab a wall or reach forward. The weight nicely balances you out, actually. Try not to reach that right shoulder blade up to the ceiling. If you're staying here, totally fine. I just want this to be something you can also kind of work towards, you know, building up to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. So weights in the right hand, left foot forward, right foot back. Again, coming into that slight tip. Remember, shoulder blade stays down. Left hand can be on the thigh or the hip. If you'd like to reach up, oops, feel free. Let's do it. Come on up. Come on down. Squeeze the back body. See how that shoulder blade is squeezing in as the bicep and tricep come up parallel to the floor. Come on down. Really, as always, focusing on the muscles. Notice what you're targeting and really focus on squeezing. Imagine as though you're only using that muscle, even though it's not really possible. 3, 2, 1. That's it. We're done. Beautiful. High five me. I know you didn't really have time to get water between. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Go grab some water. Yeah, and that's your workout for today. Every other day, getting that body fit. Okay. Hope you have a beautiful day.